Pisces, this is your March 2022 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. We'll start off with a sound bowl just to cleanse the energy and tune in. So if you'd like to take a deep breath in and exhale. Okay, Pisces, let us see what March has in store for you. We'll do 3 rows. I'll cut the deck. The first row will be your current energies as you start March. The second row, anything that's unseen, challenges, obstacles, and the outcome in the final row. Okay, we have 10 of Cups, very nice. 3 of Wands, the Tower, Knight of Pentacles, Strength, the Devil, Queen of Wands, the Emperor, Judgment. Ooh, Pisces. Okay. You start off the month in a very strong position with that 10 of Cups and Knight of Pentacles and Queen of Wands, meaning that things feel pretty solid in the home front. You feel like you're on top of things. You're able to kind of deal with the little details because things are kind of been running smoothly. But I do see a slight impatience starting to emerge. We've got the Queen of Wands, meaning that now that everything's kind of sorted and settled and you feel really kind of owning yourself, owning your life, owning your situation, and now you're stepping into that Queen of Wands energy in that kind of feistiness, now wanting to actually build on what you have. Okay, but so it does seem like it's moving on to a little bit of frustration because of this wait here with the 3 of Wands, waiting for the next action, right? And it may require a bit of courage and determination because it's there's an element of patience kind of being needed for this, and it's about trying to create now for the future, improve on the future. But then we end the month off with this Tower moment. Now the Tower moment is a situation that needs to crumble. Okay, it needs to fall apart because perhaps there have been blinders on. It could also be a situation which is something really suddenly quick that happens, that puts us outside our comfort zone. Okay, what we must be aware of with the Tower is that it has to come down, because what's happened is you've built up these walls around you and you so high that it's quite you're not seeing reality as such. So it can be as simple as, you know, the foundations to your house kind of rotting and now you need some good repair work, or sudden change of events. So where things are really kind of solid and sort of ticking over quite happily in the beginning, I feel like it's weird because I'm feeling like the Queen of Wands energy of like that feistiness, that kind of fire in the belly starting to build, is almost like a premonition for you that you are kind of firing up, you're kind of gearing up, and you're getting kind of spiritually prepared for this uncomfortable situation. So it is quite interesting because I've never said anything, I've never talked about premonitions in tarot in any of my readings, but I do feel like you're picking up on something spiritually that you kind of feel like you need to put your armor on and get ready. Okay, With the devil card, the devil, I mean, it sounds like a really scary card, and of course it can be quite difficult because the devil talks about attachments, feeling kind of imprisoned or kind of trapped in a situation. It can also talk about obsessive compulsive energy or behavior. And then we've got the judgment card. So we're going to clarify all these cards, but there is definitely coming at the end of March a breakthrough. Let's just put it that way. A breakthrough of some sort of, let's just call it bound imprisonment, okay, that requires a decision, a judgment call. All right, so let us clarify. So you start off for the month pretty solid, but March for you is going to really, it's like I feel this beginning bit here is a really good, strong, stable position to be in to then handle all of this. It would be quite difficult to handle all of this energy if you were in a very low self-esteem or regretful or sad or difficult period. Then to handle this would be pretty tricky, but I feel like you're in a good place to deal with all of this. That was the Fool card, by the way, but we're not taking jumpers. See, Pisces, you're all about water, right? And I see a hell of a lot of fire in this March reading for you. We've got masculine, divine, solar plexus, energy, fire, 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 fire. Wands, fire. It's a fiery time for you, which is almost like the opposite of what your natural state is. And that's also why it could make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, so we're going to clarify each of these. Ten of Cups, we have Knight of Cups. Three of Wands, we have the Hanged Man. You see the weight. You don't want to wait. Wands of the Towers, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, holding on too strong. Oh, shit. Oh, sorry, excuse my French. Knight of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Temperance with Strength. You know you can't wait, but you have to. The Devil, options, right? Seven of Cups there, Two of Wands, Four of Swords, Ace of Wands. All right. So, Ten of Cups, your home and happiness is good. I feel like you are also being kind of a little bit rejuvenated through loved ones expressing their love to you. Now, it could even be love aspected in terms of someone coming towards you who wants to, who's prepared to go the distance. And I would say the Knight of Cups is a very kind of wears their heart on their sleeve type energy, but because it's under the Ten of Cups, I would say I would rely on this for those of you who are looking for love. It does seem nice, and someone who's coming into the home, which is really lovely, and they really are prepared to put the work in, because we've got those bees in the Ten of Cups over there. So very nice. If it's not love related, it's you're being kind of supported by loved ones in a very loving way in the home place, which is really nice. Now the Knight of Pentacles is really cool. I really like that because slow and steady wins a race. He's quite laborious. He's detail orientated. He's not fussed with doing the boring work to make sure that everything is kind of balanced and in order and kind of organized. And with that, for you, it is allowing you peace of mind. Okay, so by doing the boring kind of bill filing, making sure your inbox is sorted, making sure you've got no outstanding bills or no outstanding correspondences, all of those things actually just give you peace of mind, which is really nice. Now the Queen of Wands, it's exactly as I said. You see, the Queen of Wands is starting to firstly pick up on some sort of premonition that something's going to kind of shift. You feel that something is shifting, right? But also she's kind of there, kind of going, okay, well, what's next now? Everything's kind of good at home. Everything's sort of in order, in place. And now the fire in her belly is starting to burn as she tries to figure out, starts to kind of get a little bit impatient, starting to look at her life in the world, look into the distance, have the globe in her hand and say, well, what's next now? How do I breathe more excitement into my life? Things are good, but I want more. And there's nothing wrong with wanting more. I mean, that is human. That is all existence. All existence is designed, divinely guided and divinely designed to grow, to expand, to learn more, to experience more. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with wanting more. Sure, it feels good, but you know what? We all need that excitement. And so she's getting to that point, which is you, of like, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? And we've got the waiting card here with the Three of Wands and the Hanged Man, meaning that you're starting to feel these sorts of energies bubbling up inside of you, but you kind of don't know where to place it, okay? Because it's like you are definitely sensing that something's coming up for you, and you don't know what it is. It really does feel quite psychic here, quite kind of like a premonition that something is shifting, something, and I don't know what it is, but I feel like I need to make something happen. And so that's why the Strength card is here. That's why the Temperance card is here. That's why the Hangman is here and the Three of Wands. These are three major arcana. That's also major. But over here, if we talk about this is talking about the weight. Knowing that something's coming up, not quite sure what it is. Okay, making sure, and with that, it can sometimes, on a negative side, it can lead to a little bit of paranoia with regards to I'm sure there's something about it, don't know what it is, and suspicion even. And so that's why strength is needed. The courage to kind of wait it out, know that something's coming, but just kind of make sure you're good with you. And the reason why there is a delay is because ultimately what really needs to happen is you need to kind of make sure, like everything in the home front, everything kind of in a physical aspect for you is in place, is in order, right? But there is some emotional, I would say emotional and perhaps even intellectual, like mind, mental, intellectual healing that needs to take place. And it relates to how you view your current situation and how you view your future to be, with that Emperor card there. Okay, it's like, okay, I've reached this place, like over here, you start the month, everything's good, everything's fine, but I want more, I want more, I want more. But I kind of sense that something's going to happen, something's shifting in my life. There's a, you know, and I don't really know how to place my energy. And what this delay is actually saying is that, yes, you are picking up on the right things, you're picking up on the good things, which is fantastic, but you actually need to spend this time wisely. As you wait, spend it wisely with patience, and spend it wisely with maintaining and ensuring that you clean up your act as it relates to the mental body. Now that sounds really harsh. That just sort of flowed out my mouth. Sorry, that sounded really harsh. Clean up your act as it relates to where your belief systems lie, what your thought patterns are, because I do feel that as you start to think about the future and how you can strategize for the future, for your long-term sense of security, not just for yourself, but for your family, for your soul tribe, your team, let's say, right? You need that time to really sit with it, really mull it over, do some meditation, kind of really be good with your mind set. Be really kind of, because I think if you can do that work, then this is going to be a lot easier to navigate. So it's definitely whatever delay that you're experiencing, or it doesn't feel like a delay as such, because it's not like you expecting something. You're expecting something, but it's not like it's written in black and white. It's like you're sensing that there's a wait, there's a lull, and it's kind of making you a little bit frustrated. But try, if you can, practice mindfulness. Try, if you can, going with the flow, knowing that divine timing is at play here. Things are happening beneath the surface, and use that time very wisely with getting your thoughts with that Hanged Man, and over here with the future, getting your thoughts clarified. It's like stripping away at thought patterns that you have, or concepts that you keep in the mental body, stripping it away of all the clutter, all the baggage, stripping it away to the core belief. And what I mean by that is that we will have, everyone has, a thought or concept, a belief system about one particular thing. And we tend to overload that one belief system with many, many experiences that we've experienced in the past, okay? So all of a sudden, this particular belief system is now grown in size and has become this huge balloon that contains every tiny little experience, negative or good, that reinforces that particular belief system, okay? So it's about sort of, if you can, finding ways to strip down that baggage to get back to that core, okay? And then question that core. Because I do feel that if you're able to, because this, okay, this feels to me like you're planning for the future and you want to figure out what the next step is, knowing that there's something is unsettled on the horizon coming your way. So you're trying to plan ahead, but it's not going to help to plan ahead using old past experiences to determine the outcome, okay? It's about getting to the root of a concept and rather feeling empowered, empowered by the choice, the direction you want to go in, without labeling anything on top, without sort of attaching anything on top. So this convalescing card, this healing card, it's in swords, right? So it's mental body. It really is this time that you're waiting for is really an opportunity to get your thoughts cleaned up, okay? It's the best way I can put it. And I'm sorry if it comes across as harsh, but it's just very strong for me. The Tower card with the Four of Pentacles basically means that any sort of kind of sense of security that you thought that you had is may be and a sense of security as it relates to physical stuff. So whether it's your home or whether it's your financial situation or anything like that, it's it's like perhaps you've been holding on too tightly. Remember I was saying about the Tower, we build this huge brick wall around us to protect ourselves, to create a sense of security, but we don't actually see that surrounding us or around us there is a reality. We've kind of been living a little bit in a bubble, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying that we're living in our own sphere, in our own little reality, and everyone does that. But I feel like those walls that we've built up we've been holding on too tightly to them and perhaps relying on it too much. So this is kind of a case where we are kind of going, okay, well, I'm good as so long as I've got my finances in check, so long as my home is fine. I'm good so long as anything tangible, anything materialistic, as long as that's sorted, I'm good, right? And that's why it's crumbling down, because what it's actually saying is, it's not about the physical stuff. The physical stuff, the materialistic stuff, the finances, all those sorts of things, they each have a lifespan. They come and go, It's actually a lot more fluid. Nothing is ever set in stone, okay? And that's why it needs to come crumbling down, because what it's inviting you to do is to question yourself, okay, well, where is my sense of security? And your sense of security is where you hold your heart and where you hold your mind. If those two aspects are in balance, in alignment, and kind of sorted, then the rest, it doesn't matter what happens, you'll be able to weather any storm, okay? So it does feel like the kind of external factors of your life are going to sort of be... it's going to be a little bit of a shock, okay? And to the degree of, it could even be a situation where you lose some money, or you a massive bill comes in because something has broken in the home, or your house is being repossessed, or your institution that you worked for is now going into administration. So the thing that you were holding so tightly, or the thing that is you are holding so tightly on, that represents to you security, is the thing that is going to be crumbling down. Okay, and that is it feels very kind of money orientated, physical oriented, property orientated, that sort of thing. Sorry, this is a difficult message to deliver because it's tough. So that's why it's so important that you really kind of spend the time. Any sort of frustration you're feeling, any sort of kind of patience, where patience is needed, it is really the perfect opportunity to try as much as you can to get your security, your sense of security, embedded within your mind space and your heart space, because that will serve you. Now, with this sudden little shock that's coming your way, options are going to be presented to you, but I do feel that it's kind of, you're not going to enjoy having the options because it's actually putting you in a bit of a negative state of mind, thinking, well, I have no choice now but to do something different. So for example, if lightning strikes, which it does for the tower here, when lightning strikes and now you have to kind of stay somewhere else for a couple of nights, it's like, well, I could go to my mum's, but oh god, that's going to cause all sorts of problems. I could I'm just going to go on an early holiday, or whatever. You have choices available to you, but you're not sort of seeing it as an exciting pleasure. You see now the 7 of cups there. It's 7, yeah. 7 of cups there. He's kind of knows that he's got many options available to him, right? Many different, each one is completely different. And so in one aspect it could just be daydreaming, in the other aspect he's like, well, I can't make a decision, I can't make a choice. And that with the devil, see, normally that could be quite fun to do, kind of go, oh, I'm going to play with all these options. But when you're put in a predicament where now all of a sudden you have to make a decision, you have to choose something, it's almost like it can send us down a bit of a negative avenue, because we feel like we are forced into making a decision. Okay, you're not forced. The choice is always yours. Do what you choose best. If you sorted out your head, your heart space, I feel, is actually pretty good. But with this allowing you to move into calmer waters, and this over here, and this healing as well, it's, if your head is good, you're good. You can rely on that. And then the judgment call, you see, so you do go through quite a big moment, right, at the end of March, but it ends off super strong, because we've got the judgment call and that Ace of Wands. So suddenly you shift from going, oh my god, now I'm forced into a decision I don't want to make. I feel kind of, I'm stuck in a hard place now where I have no choice but to make a decision. Okay, and you can initially see it as a really kind of difficult thing to do. Like, why things were going so well, why does it all have to mess up? Okay, but all of a sudden you get inspired action and you can make that judgment call, and I feel like it's going to be super exciting. So actually, the Queen of Wands energy that you felt before, that sort of frustration of wanting more, changing more, that Emperor energy of kind of going, well, what is it for the future? What is it for the future? What it's saying is, okay, well, if you don't make it happen, we're going to crash and burn everything, so that you have that clean slate, so that you can make that new decision. You can take that inspired action. So it ends off very strong, but it's going to put you really outside your comfort zone, because it's taking you so long to get this comfort zone right? But ultimately, you are wanting more, and you're still sensing that something is coming. So trust in yourself, trust in your intuition, use the time wisely when you have it, to get your mind in a good headspace, to get your heart in a good headspace. And then when it happens, You are ready. You're forewarned, forearmed. You are ready, and you are now, rather than looking at the options in a negative placement, you're now seeing them as opportunities. There's a very big difference between options and opportunities. These are opportunities, but you eventually do see it as an opportunity, and you get this inspired action and you thrust forward. So very exciting. I dropped a card. So we will end this off with a oracle card for your highest good, please, Pisces. Spirit, what guidance do you have for Pisces for the month of March 2022? What do they need to know, please, for their highest good? Thank you. We've got 2 cards here. First one, Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So this inspired action that you do reinvents your whole lifestyle. Everything that you knew that you had and thought was sorted, it's all changing for you. You're going in a different direction, and it's a very positive one. Okay, yes, it's going to put you outside your comfort zone, but that's what life is, and we grow and we learn every time we do so. And then Starseed, what lights you up? You see what lights you up. Now, of course, you can resonate with being a starseed. A starseed is someone who is in their first incarnation on Earth. Okay, they are one of the volunteers. I mean, everyone is really a starseed originally, because we're all made of stardust, right? And we all come from different planets way before the Earth was ever made or conceived. But so you can obviously resonate with that. But you have to go with the things that really excite you, because I do feel like you're getting like, everything's all good at home, everything's fine, but then that frustration, knowing that there's something more out there, because there's something kind of calling you to do something, but you got a little bit stuck in a rut over there. And now that you're sort of sensing that something's coming your way, the universe is helping like clear the path for you to go in a very different direction here. And so it's very, very promising. So when you find yourself in moments of confusion, trust the thing that most excites you, that most lights you up, that most makes you feel like a child. And that will be the route to go down. So that's all I have for you, Pisces. I hope it helped. Good luck for month of March. Yeah, definitely good luck. And anyway, I'll see you next time. Take care.